Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a really quick night out simple look, and I'm starting with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in the shade Shell Ivory. I absolutely love this foundation. It's super cheap from the drugstore and it has really nice medium coverage, but then you can also build it up to a full-on coverage, which I'm doing for this look today for sure. Just adding on that second layer to make sure that my skin looks absolutely flawless. And then moving on to the eye area, I'm going in with the Sephora Bright Future color corrector in Peach. This is my absolute favorite color corrector right now. And then to obviously cover up that peach color, I'm going to need to go in with a regular concealer. This one is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NC20. For application, I tend to start with the concealer on a flat eyeshadow brush, and then I blend it in with my damp beauty blender afterwards. I just find that I get the most precise and most perfect looking finish in my opinion. And then to make sure my skin is absolutely perfect, I'm going with the Makeup Forever Full Cover Concealer in Light Beige 3, just to make sure that every single little spot is absolutely concealed on my face. I'm just making sure to blend that all out really nicely. And then to set everything, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Pressed Powder in 110 Porcelain. And yes, I'm doing this before I do my eyes, just because I'm actually not using too many dark shades, so I don't have to worry about fallout too much, and I use this all over the face. Now for bronzer to add some warmth, I'm using the Sephora Collection Bronzer Powder in Los Cabos, the most perfect bronzer for my fair skin. For brows, I'm going in with the Annabelle Skinny Brow Liner in Universal Dark. This is my absolute favorite drugstore eyebrow pencil. I also love the NYX Micro Brow as well. They're very similar. And actually, I do have a very old video that shows how I do my eyebrows, and I'll link that down below. I don't know about you, but it's just always so shocking to me when I see myself do my eyebrows and how big of a difference just a couple millimeters of thicker brows can do to one's face. It's just absolutely crazy how much I rely on filling in my brows every day now. And then to make sure that my brows stay in place all night, I'm using the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, which is a holy grail product for sure. Moving on to the eyes, finally, I'm using the Benefit Stay Don't Stray eyeshadow primer to make sure that my shadows last all night. I absolutely love this primer, and you can also use it as a concealer primer as well. I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Au Naturel eyeshadow palette for this look mainly. I'm going to go in with the lighter brown shade first, blending that pretty high up above the crease and making sure that it's just nicely blended out. And then afterwards, going in with a little bit more of a dense brush, I'm going to go in with the darker brown matte shade right in the crease to really give some nice depth to the eye. To add a bit of shimmer to the look, I'm using a nice champagne shimmery shade from the palette and putting that all over the lid, blending it out with a little bit of that brown that ended up in the outer corner of the eye. And then to brighten up the outer corner, there is a lighter shimmery shade in the palette, and I'm putting that kind of in the inner third part of my eyelid and then as well up on my brow bone, and it is quite shimmery. Now to add a little bit of fun to this look and just a little bit of drama because it is for nighttime, I'm actually going in with the Avon Glimmer Sticks eyeliner in Starry Night Blue. And I'm lining my upper lash line and then using a small smudger brush to actually blend that out. And you can actually see it gives this nice little pop of blue to the look, but it's not too much, and it does add that little bit of a smoky depth to the lash area. And then to deepen up that eyeliner, I'm just taking the darkest shade in the palette and really running that right along the lash line just to kind of give a little bit more of that smoky effect, and it makes it look a little bit more polished as well. And then I'm just touching up the brown in the outer corner to deepen that up a bit, to again add to that smoky look of everything. And then I'm going to pull that down onto the lower lash line as well, just to tie in everything. And I absolutely love putting shadows on my lower lash line, like it's a staple every single day. Now I'm taking the lightest shimmery shade and putting it in the inner corner with a little tiny eye detailer brush, and then moving on to mascara. First I'm going to curl my lashes with my Chanel eyelash curler, and then I'm going to move in with the Maybelline Big Shot mascara. I absolutely love this mascara. I do use the waterproof version of it, and I don't find it too hard to remove, but it does wonderful things for my lashes, especially my bottom lashes. And then here is the finished look for the eyes, just very easy, subtle, but it does give that little bit of smokiness for nighttime. And then I'm going to go in with the Quo face palette in Heated Up. I absolutely love this. I have a blog post on this whole collection up on the blog now, and I'm going to be using that for my blush. It's just such a pretty, like, peachy shade with a touch of shimmer that just really gives life to the face, and I don't know, it's just this lovely glow. I'm absolutely in love with this face palette. Dun, 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 dun. I have the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in Precious Petals for my highlight for this look, and I absolutely love this highlight. It is so pigmented, it gives such a nice glow to it. You can go a little crazy with it, but it is so gorgeous. You need to pick it up if you can get your hands on it. And then finally, moving on to the lips, I'm using the Wet n Wild Perfect Pout Gel Lip Liner in Bear to Comment, just to line the entire lip area, make sure that my lip line is nice and defined, and kind of put a nice little base down for everything else so that it will last for the whole night. For lipstick, I'm going in with the Avon True Color lipstick in Perfect Nude. Now this is a very light nude, so I definitely needed the lip liner underneath to make it a lot more wearable. And then I also need the Avon True Color lip gloss in Nude to just add a little bit more color back to it, because I do find the lipstick is a little bit too concealer-like, but the combination of these three products is absolutely stunning. You can see here, it's just such a perfect nude. And then to make sure everything is set in place, I'm using the Essence Keep It Perfect Makeup Setting Spray and really dousing my skin with that. It is so nice and refreshing, and it does actually really work. And there it is. That's the finished look, and I'm ready to go out tonight.